Hey, it's Rich back with you for another video. Today we have the Tecnam P2010. This is a 2022. We flew it, I think, in the video last week with Amir. We didn't really talk a whole lot about the airplane. We got Amir's impressions, but today we're going to do a kind of a more of a review on this airplane, tell you about it, and talk about it in comparison with a Skylane. So let's go.
Clear. Looks clear. All pressure's coming out. Avionics already on.
Okay, we're taxiing out in this airplane, and you know the Cessnas have a steerable nose wheel. This airplane has a full cast ring nose wheel, which is kind of the modern way to do it. Very easy to taxi. It's got a good feel taxiing. Couple of differences. They want you to turn the avionics on for startup in this airplane. Basically looks like to see the battery voltage. I'm used to starting up a lot of propeller driven airplanes with the avionics off, obviously to conserve battery power. But the visibility out of this airplane is good. I mean the seats are very comfortable. This has electric seats that actuate up and down, which is kind of nice for an airplane, modern feel. Generally speaking, on the inside, it's just a modern feeling 172, 182 class airplane, really good visibility. You know, we got a lot of room up here, and you know, familiar avionics, comfortable and modern feeling throttle quadrant. No both. You know, the new Cessnas have a both position, so you're switching fuel, which isn't a big deal. It's got an electric fuel pump, lights as you would expect. All your circuit breakers are well labeled. This is nice that we have a electronic standby flight display with its own battery. And you know, all in all, I really like the interior relative to a you know, to current generation airplanes.
November 31 Papa, left at the river is approved. Runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 26 left, 831 Papa.
Just continue for now.
Continue, 7 Golf Foxtrot, thank you.
And 7 Golf Foxtrot, also cancel landing clearance, runway 30.
Everything looks good.
Landing clearance canceled, 7 Golf Foxtrot.
Oh, pressure's a little
November
high.
1 Lima Papa, runway 26 left, cleared for the option.
26 left, 401 Lima Papa.
Cessna 09er Victor, follow traffic at 11 o'clock, 2 miles. On the downwind, 1,000 feet.
Flaps up.
Tower Cat 80 is Queen's Gate with
Catalina 80 Long Beach Tower, traffic below you, 1,100, appears to be westbound. Catalina 80 Long Beach Tower, 8 Yankee is current. Left traffic, runway 26 left.
Yankee, that's what we got, Cat 80.
I'd say 90 knot climb is pretty close to what I'd say we'd be getting out of a Skylane.
Last time, do you have the traffic at your 12 o'clock to follow in sight? Twin 32 Long Beach Tower, left traffic, runway 26 left.
Left traffic, 26 left, 132. Long Beach Tower, Cessna 761 Yankee Echo, a half mile south of the Queen Mary, and we got Yankee for 26 left.
November
Gotta find a hole.
Yankee Echo, Long Beach Tower, make left traffic, runway 26 left.
Left traffic, 26 left, Yankee.
Tecnam as a company, it's an Italian company. They've been around since 1948, so they have a lot of experience with airplane manufacturing. And I think originally it was part Navia. They had a twin-engine airplane, and through some things that happened, it evolved into Tecnam. They've been successful with light sport airplanes, particularly in Europe, and I think even over here. And the 2010, I think, has been out for about 5 years. Actually, no, originally it was designed in 2010. That's the model name, so that's kind of the way they name these airplanes is when they start designing it was in 2010, and it probably took 5 years to develop, so it's, I think maybe 15, 16 is when they came out. And this is the latest version, again, of 2022. Tecnam has a pretty wide product line from light sport up through the 2006, which is a twin trainer with Rotex engines, and then the 2012 that we did a video on a month ago. That's kind of a transport piston twin. The 2010, model 2010 that we're flying fits in between the Skyhawk and the Skylane. This is normally aspirated. They have a couple of different, or 3 different engine choices. You can choose the 180 horsepower. This one is 215 horsepower with the IO 390 Lycoming. And then they also have a TDI version, which is a turbo diesel, which is 170 horsepower. And this is the only one I've flown. And you can definitely tell it's more robust than a Skyhawk. They weigh the same, but this airplane just feels more like a Skylane than it does a Skyhawk. And better performance. I think this airplane more closely matches a Skylane than a Skyhawk. And so we're climbing out about 95 knots, doing about 600 feet a minute. And we've got it pretty much wide open, getting about 24 inches and 2,680 RPMs. I've got the fuel flow back just a little bit. We're going to take it up to 6,500 and do a kind of a cruise check and bounce it off of the book numbers with Tecnam and also a normally aspirated current production Skylane. So we're 6,500 feet, and we've got this set up per the book. We're a little warmer than the book numbers that we're showing. In this airplane, 139 knots true airspeed at 24 inches, just below 24 inches, roughly 2,700 RPMs, and the fuel flow is just below 14 gallons an hour, which is really what the book says. The book said we do 135, was it?
Book said 138.
138, we're doing 139. A Skylane, we looked at the Skylane, normally aspirated Skylane at 6,000 feet. And these are both roughly 80% power. This airplane setting is 80% power. Skylane, 80% power. You're going to get 143 knots out of the book and about 14 gallons an hour as well. And my experience with Skylanes, and honestly, I don't have a ton of experience in normally aspirated Skylanes. Almost everything I've flown is turbocharged, and so I would say this is real comparable to Skylane speed. I can't explain why this engine's burning the same fuel as a Skylane would with, more horsepower in it. But the performance numbers are very similar at this altitude, which is probably not abnormal for what you're going to fly this airplane at on a cross country. And it's got the GFC 700 autopilot. It's got a real nice engine page here that I'm not sure the Cessna G1000 version has. This is nice. You can just toggle back and forth from your map to the engine page. And so, apples to apples, I think this airplane is pretty much as fast as the Skylane is. I got coordinated here and I got another knot out of it, so it's 140 knots true. A normally aspirated Skylane. And to me, it's comfortable. It feels similar to a Skylane. I think it's got some improvements that I probably would prefer over Skylane. The third door in the back to get in and out of is really nice. It's got a nice, pretty good sized baggage compartment. And so to me, this airplane would compete more with a Skylane than it does a Skyhawk. And it's, this one has equipped, I think, is $538,000. A new Skylane would probably be similarly equipped, pushing $600,000. And so, performance-wise, I think they're pretty close to the same. There's a couple of things, if I was going to improve it, one big one is you can't open the windows. So when you're taxiing, you need to open a door to get some ventilation in here. The doors are real easy to open, but I think it'd be nice to have a pop-out window like the Cessnas have. You have the advantage of the baggage door in this, or the third door in this airplane. Cessna does have a lot of room to get in and out, so maybe it's not as big of a deal as it could be. Another thing about this airplane is you can't, Cessnas have that nice step system on the strut and the cowling that you can fuel it from using steps if you need to. I mean, a ladder is always preferable. Where this airplane doesn't have the steps, and the fuel filling neck is, opening is too far out on the wing, so you really need to have a ladder to fuel this airplane. Obviously, when you have the history that Cessna has, you know, 70 plus years on a Skyhawk of production and pretty close on the Skylane, best-selling, you know, single-engine piston airplanes of all time. So Tecnam has an uphill battle to compete with that because these are new in the market. We think the support's going to be really good, but you know, you don't know because they haven't been in the market that long. Warranty, you know, people have a lot of confidence in Cessna warranty. It may not be there in this airplane, but we think it'll build. So how's it going to do in the market? You know, you can't get a Skylane right now. You could buy this airplane today. So that's an advantage that Tecnam has if you're interested in an airplane, you know, right away. You can't get a new Skylane. And, you know, apples to apples, two airplanes side by side, it's going to be interesting to see. Honestly, I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. I see this airplane having a lot of attributes. I think the company's good. I think they've improved it nicely, so I think it's a real competitor for a normally aspirated 182. They don't build turbos anymore, so you can't get a turbo. You have to get used. And with the shortage of airplanes in this class, like a turbo 182 or a 182, you know, Tecnam, if they can deliver these airplanes, they may hit stride and sell a lot of them. And we'll see how that goes. But you know, generally speaking, it's a very nice airplane, and I think it can be positioned truly as a competitor for a normally aspirated 182. We're descending to Long Beach. We're going to do the ILS 30 and track it into a circle, or break it off and circle the runway 26 left. And so we're just going to set this airplane up like I would, you know, 182, and see how it does on a coupled ILS approach.
831 Papa, you're 4 miles from Gunny, fly heading 330. Maintain VFR, park express crew, no separation service provided.
330 to join, and practice approach is approved for 831 Papa.
There's 8 Charlie Delta right, turn 300.
300, Charlie. This is not a bad power setting, except you're outside of your first flap speed, which I can never remember. That should be a mystery, you know. That should be placarded or something. Because I think the way to fly this one would be with flaps approach. There's the localizer. Uh, 20 inches is about right.
South 8 Charlie Delta right, turn heading 340.
340, each other.
Number 831 Papa, Long Beach Tower 100.4.
831 Papa, thanks for your help.
Yeah.
Tower 831 Papa's with you on a practice ILS 30. If it works, we could break off for 26 left.
831 Papa, continue inbound on and plus standby.
Roger. So 20 inches and 2,500 RPM, I think, gets you into the flap range. I think he said it was 103.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Power's up, fuel pumps on, lights are the way I want them. We're in the flap speed.
Left for the option, number 1.
There's 1 dot.
Thank you, number 8, phosphor, number 2, runway 26 left for the option.
Number 2, clear for the option. Runway 26 left, 426
78 kilo, number 3, runway 26 left, clear for the option.
Number 3, 26 left, clear for the option, 78 kilo.
What I would probably do is I'd probably put flaps in almost right when the glide slope's catching for flaps 10, or flaps approach. See what they're doing still?
Number 0 Charlie Alpha, extend your downwind.
Film that.
Runway 31 Papa, runway 30, clear to land, unable 26 left.
Clear to land 30, 831 Papa.
to land
15 inches, 100 knots.
Mary, inbound. Expect runway 26 right for traffic.
I'm just going to make a flaps approach landing.
0.5, please.
Roger, expect 26 right and 1.
So fuel pumps on,
431.
mixture's up. Go ahead and put the prop up. Flaps are approach. Fuel's on the right tank.
431, are you up?
Yeah, I'm here. Do you want me to switch to 1205 or stay with you?
At or above 1.5, and yeah, just stay with me, it's fine. Stay with me. At or above 1,500, expect 26 left.
Roger, at or above, sorry, could you say that again, the altitude 431?
At or above 1,500, and I'll call your base. Go ahead and make that right turn and join the downwind.
Roger, at or above 1,500 and 26 left, making the right base now, 431.
431, squawk 0225.
0225.
3 Delta Golf, make left close to traffic, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 26 left, clear for takeoff, 3 Delta Golf.
And 431, are you, what's your altitude, 1,500?
1,300, sorry, we're climbing, my bad, 431.
Yeah, you got somebody below you, so I needed you at 1.5, and I'll call your descent.
1.5, 431.
Thank you.
Tower 220 with Charlie, we got that traffic right above us. Do you want us to go right 360 for separation?
No, stay on the downwind, they're going to be above you at 1.5. Number 831, pop, kind of ground.
Roger.
November 0 Charlie Alpha, runway 26 left, clear to land.
You were trying to have it?
1-5 with your 831 Papa at Delta 4 for OCR Aviation.
November 831 Papa Long Beach ground, hold short runway 26 left at Juliet 2.
Hold short, 26 left, Juliet 2, 831 Papa.
Okay, back on the ground with the Tecnam P2010. I really like the airplane. I think it's going to be a competitor, as I said, for the Cessnas. It's got, you know, a lot of things, a lot of advantages, and you know, these airplanes are in short supply too. It's hard to find a Skylane right now, and if you want a new one, it takes a long time to get one. And this airplane's for sale, so if you're interested in it, give us a call. We'd love to show it to you, talk about it. Thanks for watching.